Good evening, children. Welcome to online class, 9th standard, first language, English. Today, we are going to learn the first supplementary lesson, that is the goat and the stars, written by H.E. Bates. That is, this is a short story written by H.E. Bates, in which a young boy understands the true spirit of Christmas and wishes to donate his pet goat kid to the church. But the adults, they don't understand his feeling and his true nature of donating, and they refuse the gift, which leaves him confused. Now, that is first para. Every morning, when he came into the town, he would see this large notice in blue and scarlet letters on a board outside the church. It had been there since a month before Christmas. Annual collection of Christmas gifts in this church on Christmas Eve. Help us to help others. No gift too large, none too small. Give generously. And then in very much larger, angry letters, this means you. So this is a short story about a young farm boy. When he came into the town, he saw a large notice board outside the church. It was hanging there since a month before Christmas. The announcement said, annual collection of Christmas gifts in this church on Christmas Eve. Help us to help others. No gift too large or too small. The message was to motivate the people to donate and give gifts generously to help the needy. So those letters were in blue and scarlet color, and it was emphasizing the willingness to donate something or to offer oneself to the service of God. He was a small boy with a look of determination on his thin lips. Large brown trousers gave him a curious look of being shorn off with the sheep shears, and there was always mud on his boots, and there were times when he did not smell very sweet. That is, he determined to give something. He wore oversized brown trousers, which gave him a curious look, and his hair looked as if it had been shorn off with the sheep scissors, and there was always mud on his boots, and most of the time he smelled of goats. And there was a reason for this smell. His father and mother had a small farm of about 10 acres, 2 miles out in the country. On a little pasture, they grazed a mare and 2 or 3 cows and a score of hens and a dozen goats. It was because of the goats that the boy had that smell. He was very fond of goats, and it was his job to graze them every morning and bring them back to the pigsty again before darkness fell. He treated the goats like friends. I knew that they were his friends. At frequent intervals, the number of goats was increased, but his father could never sell the kids or even give them away, or even give them away. Now they had 13 goats, the odd one, a kid of 6 weeks, all white as pure as snow. So there were reasons for his smell of goat. His father and mother had a small farm of about 10 acres. Area is 10 acres, where that is 2 miles out in the country. On a little pasture, they graze a mare, that is a female horse, and 2 or 3 cows, then 20 hens. Score means 20, and a dozen. Dozen means 12 goats to graze on their little pasture. And he was very fond of goats. It was his job to graze them every morning and bring them back to the pigsty again before darkness fell. So he treated the goats like his friends, and he knew that they were his friends. When the number of goats increased, his father was not ready to sell the goats or even give them away. Now they had 13 goats. The had an odd one, that is a kid of 6 weeks. That is born only 6 weeks, all white as pure as snow. Every morning when he went by the church, the notice made him uneasy. It was a larger letters, this means you, that troubled him. As Christmas came near, he worried more about it. The notice seemed to hit him in the face. It singled him out from the rest of the world. This means you. So every morning when he went by the church, the notice made him uneasy. He worried more about as Christmas came nearer, and the notice singled him out from the rest of the world. This means you. He began to think if there was anything he could do about it. He felt that he had to do something. The notice made him feel as if it were watching him. Gradually, he began to feel that in addition to the notice, God too was watching him. In a way, God and the notice were one. He felt he had to do something because he felt that God was watching him. Finally, he started feeling that God and the notice both were one. It was not until the day before Christmas Eve that he decided to give the goat kid to the church. He woke up with that decision. It was as if it had been made for him, and he knew that there was no escaping it. Finally, he decided to give the goat kid to the church because the Christmas was nearing, and he decided that the goat kid had been made for him, and that was the only solution. So he had already grown deeply fond of the little goat, and it seemed to him a very great thing to sacrifice. That day there was no school, and he spent most of the afternoon in the pigsty, kneeling on the strewed floor, then combing the delicate milky hair of the little goat with a horse comb. In that, sorry, in that horse comb, and that is here in the sty, that is a pig sty, the smell of goats was strong, but he did not notice it, and it had long since penetrated his body and whatever clothes he wore. So completely. Then seventh is telling, he was loving that goat kid very much, and he felt it was a great sacrifice for him that day. There was no school, and he spent most of the afternoon in the pigsty, kneeling on the strewed floor, then combing the delicate hair, combing the delicate milky hair of the little goat with a horse comb. And he did not notice that the smell of goats was very strong, and it had penetrated his body and also the clothes he wore. By the time he finished brushing and combing the goat, he felt extremely proud and glad of it. He did not know what other people would give. No gift was too great, not too small. So perhaps people would give things like oranges and nuts or toys and Christmas trees, and but no one else would give what he was giving, something small and beautiful and living. That was his friend. So he felt extremely happy and proud of his goat kit. After finishing it, brushing and combing, he did not know what other people would give. No gift was too great or too small. People would give things like oranges, nuts, toys, or Christmas trees. But no one would give a gift like this. That is his gift, which was a small, beautiful, living, and that was his friend. When the goat kid was ready, he tied a piece of clean string round the neck, and his plan for taking it down into the town was simple. Every Christmas Eve, he had to go and visit an aunt who kept a small corner grocery store in the town. This aunt would give him a box of dates for his father, a box of chocolates for his mother, and some sort of present for himself. All he had to do was to take the kid with him under cover of darkness, and it was so light that he could carry it in his hands. So when the goat kid was ready, he tied a piece of clean string round its neck. His plan was very simple. That is, it was so light that he could carry it in his hands. And he used to visit an aunt, that is every Christmas Eve, who kept a small grocery store in the town. She would give a box of dates for his father and a box of chocolates for his mother and some sort of a present for himself. Then he got down into the town just before 7 o'clock. When the goat grew tired of walking, he would carry it in his arms. Only one thing troubled him. He did not know what the procedure at the church would be. There might, he imagined, be a long sort of desk with the men in charge. He would go to his desk and say very simply, I have brought this, and come away. So he reached the town just before 7 o'clock, and the goat kid became tired of walking, and he was carrying it in his arms. But he was not knowing the procedure to give the gift in the church. He thought that he would hand over the gift to the men in charge and come away. He was rather frightened to find the windows of the church full of light. He saw people carrying parcels going through the door. He saw the notice, this means you. He felt slightly nervous as he stood on the other side of the street with the kid at his side like a little dog. He was frightened to find the church fully bright. People are carrying parcels going through the door. Again, the notice made him nervous as he stood on the other side of the road, that is with the kid at his side like a little dog. Then finally, when there are no more people going into the church, he decided to go in. He started to go into the church when there were no more people to enter the church. When he went into the church, he was surprised to find it almost full of people. There was already a sort of a service in progress, and he sat hastily down at the end of the pew. He saw at the other end of the church a reconstruction of the manger and child and the wise man who had followed the moving star. The stable and manger reminded him of the pigsty where the goats were kept. His first impression was that it would be a good sleeping place for the kid. He was surprised to see the church when he went into the church because he saw a lot of people had gathered there and a sort of service was going on. He sat quietly at one end of the long wooden seat. At the other end of the church, that is a small portrait display of a Christmas was there with a manger and a child and the wise men who had followed the moving star. The stable and manger reminded him his pigsty where the goats were kept. He felt that place would be good sleeping place for his goat kid. He sat for some minutes before anything happened. The clergyman was talking of the grace of giving. They, he said, brought a frankincense and a mirror. You cannot bring frankincense, but what you have brought has a sweeter smell, the smell of sacrifice for others. So he sat there for some minutes. The clergyman, the father, the priest was telling that those three men, wise men, they brought who came to know about the birth of Jesus. They went then according to the moving star and reached the stable, and they brought gifts, that is frankincense and a myrrh. But the people cannot bring that smelling, good smelling incense, because now they have brought sweeter than that by sacrificing for others. Then as he spoke, a man immediately in front of the boy turned to his wife, sniffing and then whispering. As one man that is before him, one man was that is immediately in front of that is our boy. They're sitting in front of the chair, that is seat, and he was getting a funny smell of frankincense. Then funny smell of frankincense. Yes, she whispered. She too was sniffing now. I noticed it, but didn't like to say. His wife also accepted that she noticed it already. They began to sniff together like dogs. After some moments, the woman turned and saw the boy and the goat in his arms. They began to sniff like dogs from where the smell was coming. Look round, here she said. The man turned and now he too saw the goat. Well, he said, well, no wonder. I wanted to give the goat, the boy said. So as the woman noticed the village boy and a goat and found that man found that smell was coming from him only. When the man saw this, he noticed that the village boy carrying the goat, he also accepted, yes, then the smell is coming from this side only. But the boy, that is, he talked. And the village boy told he wanted to give the goat to the church. Well, he said, oh, no, I wanted to give the goat. The boy said, yes, I know. The man said, but you got the wrong idea. A goat is no use to anybody. The man replied that it was the wrong idea, as the goat is of no use to anybody. Then the boy walked down the steps of the church into the street, and the goat quiet now in his arms. He did not look at the notice which had said for so long, this means you. It was clear to him now that he had made a sort of mistake. It was clear that the notice did not mean him at all. The boy got up and walked down the steps of the church into the street. The goat was quite in his arms. Now he did not look at the notice. Now he was clear that the notice did not mean him at all. Outside the town, he walked slowly in the darkness. The night air was silent, and the kid seemed almost asleep in his arms. And he was now not troubled that they did not want the goat. He was already glad that it would be. He was already glad that it would be his. So that's what was not troubled. He was already glad that it would be his again. Then he walked slowly outside the town. The night air was silent, and the kid goat kid was sleeping in his arms, and he was now he was not troubled because now he is very, very happy. The goat belonged to him only. So he was already glad that the kid goat would be his again. It was only about some other things that he was troubled. He had for a long time believed that at Christmas there must be snow on the ground, bells ringing, and a moving star. The only thing he was troubled was that he was believing that Christmas will be having a snow on the ground, bells will be ringing, and the moving star will be there. But now there was no snow on the ground, there were no bells ringing, and far above him and the little goat, the stars were still. But now he was disappointed as there was no snow on the ground, no snow on the ground, and no bells ringing, and no moving, no star moving, that is above him and the little goat. So that was the only worry he had. Yes, children. Good. Thank you.